Welcome to this audio overview from Wyecliff Weekly. Today we are covering edition 25, a document dated Friday, May 29th, 2026.
This edition is really about one big shift. AI moved from theory into action, and the document tracks what that means for markets, jobs, policy, research, and daily work.
Exactly. The purpose here is not just to list headlines, but to explain what changed, why it matters now, and one practical skill listeners can try this week.
The clearest example is Robinhood. It launched Agentic Trading in beta for all 27 million United States customers, letting people connect an AI agent to a funded wallet and allow it to place trades. Some trades still need approval, others can execute automatically.
And that is the threshold moment. If software can act directly on a real money account, then AI is no longer just advising. It is participating. Even if a listener never turns that setting on, a fair question is, what happens when millions of retail investors let software trade for them? The market may feel that choice anyway. The second major story is California. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a state executive order focused on AI layoffs, with a 90-day deadline for agencies and experts to identify which industries and demographic groups are being hit first.
And the timing matters.
It does. The document ties that move to labor pressure inside California, and it contrasts sharply with President Trump pulling back a federal AI order the same day after advisors said it was too restrictive.
So the split is becoming visible. California is moving, Washington is hesitating.
Right, and because California has such a large economy, whatever comes out of that 90-day process could become a template other states borrow.
The third anchor story comes from Demis Hassabis, the Nobel Prize-winning chief executive of Google DeepMind. In an interview, Demis Hassabis said AGI is on track for 2030, with 2029 now possible. That is notable because a sitting frontier lab leader finally put a year on it.
But the document also keeps the caveats clear. Current systems still struggle with physics, long memory, consistency over time, and continuous learning. So this is not a claim that the hard problems are solved. The rest of the edition moves quickly, but it is important. Biohub released a free protein mapping model and a massive structured data set. Anthropic said its security system found more than 10,000 high-severity software flaws in a month.
And there was a moral and political layer, too.
Yes. Pope Leo XIV, who leads the Roman Catholic Church, used the first encyclical of the papacy to warn that AI could deepen inequality, weaken democracy, and undermine human dignity.
That brings us to the document's most useful section, which is the interpretation. For work, the message is simple. Companies do not have much time to treat labor planning as a future problem. For life, the message is just as direct. AI may affect portfolios, public policy, and even moral debate, whether people actively opt in or not.
And that is really the frame for this week. These are no longer debates from a safe distance. They are starting conditions. The practical takeaway this week is image generation. ChatGPT can generate and edit images directly in chat. Microsoft Copilot has a built-in create flow. Claude handles diagrams natively, and for standard image generation, it connects to tools such as Adobe, Canva, or Hugging Face Spaces.
The useful habit is specificity. Describe the subject, style, lighting, and shape clearly, then refine rather than starting over.
If someone wants one simple exercise, the document suggests generating 2 consistent images of the same small business owner and storefront in different settings. That is a practical way to build fluency.
So the through line this week is clear. AI is now acting in financial accounts, forcing labor policy responses, compressing the AGI timeline, and widening its influence across science, security, and ethics.
And the open question is no longer whether this shift is arriving, but how prepared institutions and individuals are to respond. Thanks for listening to this overview from Wyecliff Weekly.